The stakes have never been higher for Parker Schnabel. As Gold Rush returns for its 16th season, the 31-year-old mining phenom is gearing up for one of the most ambitious undertakings of his career, a full-scale expansion at his new Dominion Creek property. After a string of setbacks and emotional lows in past seasons, Parker enters this year with something to prove. With gold prices skyrocketing and competition more intense than ever, he's determined to reclaim his position at the top of the mining world. But behind the confidence lies a volatile mix of exhaustion, internal tension, and industry-wide uncertainty that threatens to derail everything he's built. When Parker reflects on the challenges of the previous season, he admits that this time feels different. Dominion Creek, the sprawling piece of ground his team spent years preparing, finally has the potential to become the cornerstone of his mining empire. But getting there wasn't easy. The prep work, from stripping overburden to testing pay zones, dragged on longer than expected, leaving Parker anxious about whether the site could deliver the kind of gold returns needed to keep the operation profitable. Going into the new season, he knew there was no room for failure. His entire crew, from operators to foremen, would have to perform at their best to reach an astonishing 10,000-ounce target. The goal is bold, one of the biggest in Gold Rush history, and every ounce counts. Parker's approach to Season 16 is a mix of cautious optimism and sheer determination. Years of experience have taught him that even the best-laid mining plans can collapse under pressure. Still, he's confident that Dominion Creek has the potential to pay off if his people can hold it together long enough to see it through. Expansion comes with a price, and Parker knows it better than anyone. His operation now runs more than 60 machines across multiple sites, including 4 wash plants that must operate in perfect harmony to keep the gold flowing. The cost of maintaining that kind of infrastructure is staggering. Every day of downtime eats into a budget that already hovers around 6 figures. For Parker, the secret to scaling his business lies in the people he trusts most. He points to veteran foreman Mitch Blaschke and rising leader Tyson Lee as the backbone of his operation, 2 men capable of managing growing teams and navigating the daily chaos that comes with running a gold mine of this magnitude. Parker understands that his success depends not just on machines or ground, but on leadership. The better his team performs, the more the company can grow. He also credits the current high gold prices for making expansion possible. With gold valued higher than it's been in years, the cost of acquiring and upgrading equipment has effectively dropped. That fortunate timing, combined with the strength of his management team, allowed Parker to invest heavily in Dominion Creek. But that investment has also raised expectations, both for himself and for those working under him. A season fueled by gold fever and tension. What makes Season 16 stand out, according to Parker, is the sheer intensity of it all. Every person on his crew came into the season ready to give everything they had. The combination of higher gold prices, fierce competition, and massive production goals created an atmosphere unlike any before. Behind the scenes, that energy occasionally turned volatile. As Parker describes it, the season was a roller coaster of emotions filled with triumphs, frustrations, and plenty of chaos. Every day brought a new challenge, whether it was a mechanical failure, a flooded pit, or a breakdown in communication between crews. For the audience, this means Gold Rush Season 16 will deliver some of the most dramatic moments yet. The pressure to perform has never been greater. Each member of the Schnabel team is forced to push beyond their limits, and with that comes the kind of friction that can either forge stronger bonds or tear teams apart. Parker admits that when the price of gold jumped nearly 50% in a year, it completely changed the mood of the operation. The soaring value of their product lit a fire under everyone, but it also brought new levels of stress. The knowledge that every gram of gold is now worth so much more drove his crew to dig harder, faster, and longer, often at the expense of rest and patience. Beyond the mud, machines, and mayhem of the Yukon, Parker faces an even larger challenge: the instability of the mining industry itself. During his interview, he expressed deep frustration with what he calls a lack of clarity from government leadership, including former President Donald Trump. He feels that mining operators like his team, who take pride in responsible reclamation and environmental care, are being treated the same as those who ignore regulations altogether. This, he says, makes long-term planning nearly impossible. If a miner can't predict how permits, land access, or environmental policies will change from year to year, investing millions in equipment or property becomes an enormous gamble. Mining is a game of massive capital expenditure, Parker explains. He knows firsthand how difficult it is to keep operations running when policy uncertainty clouds the future. This unpredictability, he warns, could eventually push even the most responsible miners out of business. The conversation hints at a darker undercurrent running through the new season, a sense that time might be running out for traditional placer mining as we know it. Between mounting environmental pressure and increasing operational costs, even the most successful miners are starting to feel squeezed. A new chapter in Parker's legacy. Despite the odds, Parker Schnabel refuses to back down. His drive to elevate his business remains unwavering, even as friends and fans wonder if he'll ever slow down or shift focus to a personal life. But for now, family life and settling down take a back seat to gold, growth, and grit. As Gold Rush Season 16 unfolds, viewers will witness Parker take his biggest gamble yet, not only battling the unforgiving Yukon terrain but also the invisible forces of politics, economics, and pressure from within his own camp. Dominion Creek represents both his greatest opportunity and his biggest risk. Through triumphs and breakdowns, soaring profits, and bitter setbacks, one thing is certain: Parker Schnabel is entering a defining chapter of his career. And with the eyes of millions watching, the drama, determination, and danger of Gold Rush Season 16 promise to deliver the most explosive season yet. The wait is almost over, and the Yukon is calling once again. Gold Rush Season 16 roars back to discovery on November 7th with bigger stakes, higher risks, and more gold on the line than ever before. With the price of gold soaring, every ounce is worth a small fortune, and every mistake could cost these miners everything. This season, the legendary trio, Parker Schnabel, Tony Beets, and Rick Ness, are all chasing record-breaking goals in what promises to be one of the most intense and emotional seasons yet. Parker Schnabel, now 31 and more determined than ever, is going all in at Dominion Creek with an army of machines and a 10,000-ounce goal that could cement his legacy as one of the greatest miners in Gold Rush history. But with massive expenses and a crew under pressure, Parker's road to redemption won't come easy. Meanwhile, the king of the Klondike, Tony Beets, isn't slowing down either. After years of pushing the limits, Tony is doubling down on new equipment, giant wash plants, and old-school grit to keep his empire thriving. And after a tough comeback in recent seasons, Rick Ness is ready to prove he still has what it takes to strike big and silence the doubters once and for all. With gold prices at record highs and tension simmering across the Yukon, Gold Rush Season 16 will be packed with epic challenges, fierce rivalries, and heart-stopping discoveries. This isn't just another mining season, it's an all-out battle for fortune, pride, and survival. So mark your calendars, fire up your screens, and get ready for the rush. Cheer on Parker, Tony, and Rick as they face their biggest challenges yet when Gold Rush Season 16 premieres November 7th on Discovery. Because when gold fever strikes, you don't want to miss a single moment.